Welcome back to my channel, Diamond Painting by Donnie. This is Donnie, and today I am going to do a drill with me finally. I have my little notes here so that I can remember all the things I wanted to go over. Sorry about the lighting. I'm liking it less and less. I'm working on the custom of my mom and my sister. I'm almost to the halfway point. Not getting very fast. Not getting very far very fast. I don't know if I have a tag here, but I don't know if I'll have time to get to it because I have quite a bit to talk about. The first thing I wanted to talk about is something that's like happening right this moment. And it has to do with other YouTubers or viewers that are having issues because the credit for their idea isn't being given to the right person. Okay, granted, it sucks when you come up with something and your ideas aren't credited to you. But you know what? That's not what this is all about being given a pat on the back or saying, oh, this person came up with this idea. They're so smart. Yeah, great. You know, I show you guys things because I think it's worth showing. Now, if I saw it from a particular person on YouTube or someone mentioned it in a comment and I remember who that is, I will give that person credit because, you know, I feel that is right. But when you come on my channel and you start accusing me of things and telling me that I knew who it was that came up with this idea because the person I watched doing it mentioned it, that's not right. You just sometimes have to swallow your lumps and take it. If you aren't accredited with something, deal with it. So what? It's not the end of the world. I didn't do it on purpose, that's for sure. I saw Danielle do the thing with the aqua glue. And I said that in my video. I put it in my description. I said that I saw Danielle do this and I wanted to show you guys because not everybody follows the same people. And I just wanted to get it out there and let people know. And here today, you know, a week after I've posted that video, if it hasn't been more than that, someone, you know, getting all up in my grill about them being sick and tired of people not giving the credit where on something that they came up with, yada, yada, yada. When I watched Danielle do it, the first thing she said was someone said they used this or something to that effect. And then a couple seconds later, she did mention a name, but it was a first name, first of all. You know, I'm not retaining 100% of the information, like every single word she says. I don't memorize it. When I went to do my video, I knew I saw Danielle do it, and I credit her with showing the world that how to seal your painting. And, you know, that's where I saw it. When she mentioned it, I mean, she knew who she was talking about. I didn't know who she was talking about. And to be honest, I totally forgot that she had mentioned somebody else had told her about it. That wasn't, you know, something that stuck in my mind. When I went to make my video, I let everyone know where I found it, where I saw it, and why does it have to be so complicated? Why? Being credited for something isn't that important to me. It's nice, sure. And when somebody mentions it, it makes you feel good. But I don't expect it, and I don't go trolling other channels to make sure that I was given credit for something. That's just not who I am. That's not what I do. And this person has been giving me basically attitude since the beginning. I went back to see who they were, and I had noticed that they'd only commented, including that comment, 4 times out of 169 of my videos. 4 times. Do you think I'm going to remember this person? Do you think I'm going to know who Danielle was talking about by mentioning a name that wasn't exactly this person's name either? If I knew who she was talking about, and if I had remembered that she had said something, that she found it from somebody else, sure, I would have given the credit. But it's not like I said, like I did that on purpose. It was completely, unwarranted. All of this. There is a link in my in my description box where you can privately message me. Now, anybody can go look at this comment. She actually wrote it twice, the same exact comment. I deleted one of them because that's basically spamming when you're going to just keep writing it on somebody's wall. But I left the one up and I replied to it, and anybody can see it. So if she wants everyone to know how petty she is, then, fine. She can remove the comment if she wants, but I don't think she will. Because it just shows. And, I was debating on whether I wanted to mention this or not, but I've been needing to get this video up forever, and I wasn't going to put it off any longer. And I came in here to do this. I saw this comment when I went to set everything up to set my camera up and everything, and I do my beaming program on my computer, so I had to go to my computer, and that was right there, comment number 1, right on the screen. So she had just left it a few minutes ago before I came in here, so I couldn't just ignore it. I'm getting better at not letting things get to me, because you guys have proved to me just over the last few videos. I mean, you've been proving it all along, but I'm really starting to take it to heart just over the last few videos how much I don't know what the word is, but you've shown me a lot of love, and you've told me how much it means to you to have me keep posting, and people have said they look forward. I mean, I'm trying not to gloat. I'm just saying that this is what I kept remembering when I saw this comment. She's just one in a sea of million. And I really, honestly, I don't care how she feels towards me. The very first comment she had ever made was way back when I was first starting this channel, and I was tired, and I was doing a review, and she had and I even said I was tired. She says, "If you're tired, why are you making videos? All you did was complain." And I'm thinking, oh, did I complain? So I went back and watched it, and it was no different than any of my other videos. I found the positives, I found the negatives, and I spoke about them. And the next comment wasn't for a long time after that, you know. And then there was one other that she wrote on. It was on my live video. She had just said hi from wherever she's from. And then this comment. So, and she had made one prior. You know, I don't remember. You know, it's not like I remember her. She's not somebody who comments all the time. She's not somebody who's a supporter. I don't know. Maybe she does watch, but you know, I'm not going to give her any more of my time. But just a general thing. If you're going to, you want recognition for something, you don't sit there and write on somebody's wall and browbeat them because they didn't give you credit for something when they didn't even know who you were, or remember who you were, or remember that you were the one who did it. I gave credit to the person I saw it from, period. Next topic. So, as you guys know, Teslin has been in, did swimming lessons for 2 weeks. And Friday, this last Friday, today is Wednesday going into Thursday, she was her last swim lesson, and I did touch on that. She was very proud of herself, and she showed everyone her certificate in the video I did around, it was last weekend sometime that I did a video, and she wanted to make sure everyone saw it. But she did so well. Here, I'll show you some of the pictures right here. Now, when she first started, she was deathly afraid to be alone in the water, you know, away from the wall. And she just, by the end of those 2 weeks, she just took to the water. She was doing so well, blowing her bubbles underwater, because that's how they teach them to get their face in the water, is to blow bubbles. So, you know, one of the exercises they do is to, you know, blow the bubbles in the water. And, you know, that's fun for kids. But ultimately, what that's doing is teaching them how to hold their breath or to breathe while they're swimming with their face in the water. And that last day, oh my gosh. Here's a video. Here's a video clip of her doing, I think it was either the front float or the back float, and it shows her putting her face in the water, I believe.
Jump to me, ready? 1, 2, 3, jump. I'll catch you. Jump. I'll catch you, I promise, just like yesterday. Ready? 1, 2, 3, jump. Good job, Teslin. Face in the water. Very good, Teslin. Awesome job. What's next, Kyle?
All right, we gotta move to back floats, starting with Teslin. Nope, on our backs.
All right, Hunter, can we scoot down this way? Come on. Catch me, catch me. Kenzie, come here.
I'm gonna lower my shoulder just a little. You just keep your head there, okay?
Come on, Hunter, I'll play.
I got you. All right, now you can let go, Teslin. Let go of me. And grab onto the wall.
And yeah, I was just super proud of my little polar bear. So those ended Friday, like I said. And that evening when we got home, I went into the bathroom and I saw this trail of this like red trail. And actually, this was Thursday when we came back from swimming practice Thursday. And what it was my cat's foot was bleeding. And I won't show you the picture, but she had apparently broken off one of her claws about halfway through, and it was bleeding. And I had noticed she'd been walking really funny. So I had checked her foot, and I just almost broke down in tears. Her claws, because she's 15 years old, she hasn't she doesn't claw on things anymore. So she doesn't sharpen them. She doesn't, wear them down like cats normally do. And hold on a minute. All right, this is getting ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry about that, everyone. Sometimes I just hate drama. Anyway, what I was saying was about my cat. And on Thursday night after Tesla's swim lessons, I noticed the bloody paw prints, and I looked at her, and oh man, yeah, her claws had grown so much that they curled, and they kept growing, and they curled up and into the paws of her feet. And I didn't realize that's why she was walking the way she was. I thought it was just because she's old and getting, having a hard time walking. She's always had balance issues all her life. But we took her into the vet Friday morning. Luckily, we were able to get her in right away. And they had they clipped all her claws, and she had 6 of her claws that were growing into the pads of her feet. Oh man, the poor thing. So they bandaged her. They fixed her paws, and then they bandaged up the 2 front paws, and then they put a cone over her head. And here's what the cones look like nowadays. This is her with the cone on her head and her little bandaged feet. Isn't she cute? So they wanted us to bring her back the next day, which would have been Saturday. And we just weren't able to get there before they closed for the day, because they closed early. And they were closed on Sunday. So we took her in Monday, and they rewrapped one of her feet, and they took the bandage off the other one. And then they said, bring her back tomorrow. So it cost us $300 for that first appointment. And then another $50 for them to rebandage the one paw. Thank goodness they didn't charge us anything for removing the bandages the second day. So much for getting all our pet credit cards paid off. That was not a hit we were expecting. So yeah, all of a sudden I just don't feel like diamond painting. I don't want to let things get to me, but this is just, I don't know. It's just hard to have somebody attack you like that when, anyway, I don't want to give it any more time. I don't want to give it any more thought, but I just can't stop. Well, let me go back to what else I have to say. Okay, so Tuesday, when she had to be taken back to get that second bandage taken off, I wasn't home. I had to go to Portland, And it's quite a bit of a drive for us, so I can't do a drive like that by myself. I can't do the driving because of one, because of my medication, and two, because of my knees. They won't, they're not predictable to be able to drive that far. And so Stephanie, my second oldest, took the cat to the vet, and Ayla, my oldest, and my grandson, she drove us up to Portland. And let's see, her first appointment was with her pulmonologist, and she has this, Teslin has this issue where when she drinks too much at once, she ends up, going down the wrong pipe. The liquid goes down the wrong pipe. And this has been happening ever since she was able to drink from a cup. And back last September, she actually had surgery in her throat inside to raise the laryngeal cleft so that because it's kind of low, so that it's easy for foods to go down or liquids to go down the wrong pipe. And so they raised it a bit so that it would be hopefully not a problem anymore. Well, at first it worked fine, and I was thinking that maybe it's because of the swelling. They actually kept her in the hospital overnight. Normally they said that it's an outpatient thing, but they wanted to keep her overnight because of the fact that we didn't live like in town, and it was quite a drive for us. If we needed to, something wasn't right with the surgery or whatever. So it wasn't a very good experience for her. She didn't like being there, and she was happy when we left. But yeah, at first we thought, oh great, the surgery worked, awesome, now she won't have this issue anymore. But then a couple weeks later, it started happening again. So when I told the pulmonologist this, because he asked about it, he wasn't the one that did the surgery, because he actually had to send us to an ear, nose, throat ENT doctor, a pediatric ENT. And he said that if it continues, it could cause pneumonia, cause her to get pneumonia. If that does happen, then we will need to revisit the ENT doctor, and possibly she might have to possibly have another surgery, which I hope not. I really hope not. So that's how that appointment went. And then her next appointment was with her eye doctor, because 6 months ago she was seen by the I think the doctor that's a step up from the regular eye doctor is an ophthalmologist, and that's who she's been seeing. And she got a new prescription 6 months ago, and that's why they had us come back in 6 months to see how the prescription is working. And they checked her vision, and they said that her vision's actually improving. She's actually got, with her glasses, 20/25 vision in one eye and 20/20 in the other. So her vision's almost perfect with the glasses right now. And eventually, maybe someday, she may end up not needing them. I mean, she looks awfully darn cute with her glasses, but it would be nice to not to have glasses at this young of an age forever. And she also said that she no longer needs to be seen by the ophthalmologist herself. And the next time she comes in 6 months, she can be seen by the optometrist. So that's a good thing. Now let's just hope that she doesn't have to have a surgery. I have goop that just will not stop coming out, so I think I'm going to pull it off. I keep putting it back in, but that's not doing me any good. All right, so tomorrow, which is Thursday, which is probably when you will be seeing this video, if I can get it up, she has, it's the supply drop-off for her school. This is the first school I've ever had a kid be in where they don't require a bunch of school supplies. What they do is they charge you a fee for supplies, and the only thing that you supply is a box of Kleenex, 2 boxes of baby wipes, or, you know, hand wipes, whatever. We have a case of it from Costco, so that's what we will be giving them, our baby wipes. And let's see, a ream of paper and a backpack. And that's all she has to have for supplies. And they're having a little ice cream social. Meet the principal or something, and they're going to have the high school cheerleaders are going to be there. So we're going to go down to the school tomorrow or today, whatever, and do that. And and then we'll find out which days she starts school, because for kindergartners, they see, school starts the day after Labor Day here. So there's only 4 days of school that week. And for kindergartners, they split them up into 2 groups. And the first group will start on Tuesday and Thursday. And then the second group goes Wednesday and Friday. And then the following Monday, they go the whole week. Now, she's only used to going to school for 3 hours, 4 days a week. And it's going to go from 12 hours a week to 8 o'clock in the morning, or 8:30, I don't remember what time they sold. The tardy bell rings at 8:15, it said, but the doors open at 8. So I'm not sure what time school exactly starts. That didn't really... I guess 8:15 is when class starts. But then they get out at 2:30. So that's a pretty long day. That's 6 hours compared to 3. And it's 5 days a week compared to 4. So 30 hours compared to her little 12 hours is going to be a big change for her. And I'm just a little concerned because she's going to be in a place brand new to her, around a bunch of kids she doesn't know. I mean, I think there may be 1 kid that she'll know from her school. And I lost my tweezers. How did that happen? I never lose my tweezers. Oh, they're there. So she will be doing that. I'm just really... I mean, I wasn't nervous with my other girls because I don't know why. Mainly because it was part-time. School's only... kindergarten was only part-time back when they went to kindergarten. It's only been a couple of years that they've changed it in Oregon to where it's all-day kindergarten. So I don't know how I feel about that yet. I'm still processing it. Now, we did a little bit of clothes shopping on the way home from Portland. There's a outlet mall on the way home. We tend to stop there no matter what. Well, she goes up to Portland like twice a year, So we end up buying her clothes like twice a year. I don't think we bought any the last time, because I had just gotten clothes at Walmart or something for her, which I like the clothes they have there, at least for her age, because style isn't real important when you're that young. But, I mean, they're cute clothes, don't get me wrong. I like them. And as long as I can pick her clothes out and she doesn't, have to have the in thing or whatever like I did, which I never got, I'm going to continue to get them at Walmart where they're nice and affordable until I can't. I mean, with my older kids, there were times, I had to go shopping at, secondhand stores to get their school clothes. Ayla loved it, because she could get a lot more for, the price of new stuff. She could get like 10 times the amount there. So, anyway, that's that. I'm still trying to finish my book. Well, I'm reading right now, I'm rereading the Harry Potter series. I read it, and now I'm listening to the audiobook, but I've just been so behind on videos that I haven't been able to read my book, but I've made myself do that instead of watching videos some nights. Still only like halfway through it, and that's where I always end up getting stuck. I've tried reading the book twice. I've seen the movies, of course, but I'm afraid my library rental is going to run out before I can finish it again. So I've got to, and it's really hard to, I can listen to videos when Teslin's here because she watches YouTube Kids all day long, or when she's watching her phone, that's what she's watching. And I can watch videos while she's doing that, but it's really hard for me to concentrate on a book when she's up doing that. So I try to listen when she's in bed or when Dad's home and he's out in the living room, she's out in the living room with him. Then I'm able to listen to my book. So it's just a matter of being able to get the quiet time, I guess you could say, to read a book. Because I've always been that way. I can't read with noise. The only thing I could do studying wise with music or loud stuff going on was math, because that was just my favorite subject. And I just was able to do it really easily. So having music really was nice for that. But I could never do things like history or English or concentrating on memorizing stuff, history, all that kind of stuff. I just couldn't do unless it was, crickets sounding quiet. Like right now, it's extremely quiet. Everybody is in bed. I sound like I need to go to bed. You can hear it in my voice sometimes when I'm tired, and it starts getting really kind of raspy. Like, it's what I sound like first thing in the morning, or if I get woken up by the phone and I answer the phone, that's hello, that kind of rasp. But, boy, what a video this is going to be, huh? Let's see. What we're watching, I'm watching Big Brother right now. That's basically the only thing that I go to watch TV, and it's on 3 days a week. So as soon as my husband gets home from work, he's like, "You want to go watch Big Brother?" I'm like, "You just walked in the door. Just give me a minute. I'll get out there. I know it's Big Brother night. I'll be there in a minute. And half the time after, I work on my living room project while I'm in there. But after it's over, sometimes I don't want to stop my painting, so he'll put something else on and we'll watch Flip or Flop. One night we watched a movie. We watched the Avengers movie, not sure, the new one. Don't know what it's called, but it's got that bad guy in it. Thanos, yeah. But it's the one where he is in the movie, the full movie, not just a clip of him at the end or something. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. 2.5 hour movie, but there was a point when we had to stop it because Teslin was getting tired and it was irritating her and it was scaring her or something, I don't know. So we had to stop it until she fell asleep and then put her in bed and finish the movie. I haven't watched any TV other than that. The stuff that I watch when I go out to watch Big Brother and whatever my husband decides to put on. We have certain shows that he watches. There's certain shows that I watch, just me. And then there's the shows we watch together. So if he really wants to watch something, I have to go. I have to go and watch it with him. Or else, he's like antsy wanting to watch and bugging me. So, I don't mind going out and watching TV, every couple days. But my TV right now basically is just YouTube. And that's how I was before when I had my other channel. I watched a lot of videos, basically research, and that's basically what my channel is for. Well, to begin with, people who are researching diamond painting want to know more about it, want to know the tips and tricks that I've learned. And yes, I do learn them from other channels sometimes. Sometimes I will discover something on my own. But basically everything, I'm sure there's people out there who've seen something on my channel and they've put it up on their channel and not mentioned my name once, which I'm fine with. I don't go troll their channels to make sure that I'm getting credit for it because, I'm not going to waste my energy doing that. That's just time I could be, watching something I enjoy or somebody I enjoy and not, just having to sit on somebody else and watch their stuff just so that I can jump on them and say, hey, you didn't give me credit for that. I invented it. I'm sorry, but I don't get angry like that. But, it angered me. Mainly because I was just, I was confused as to why somebody would do that. What's it going to give you? If somebody knew that you're the one that invented this technique or discovered it, you think they're going to go subscribe to you when you have an attitude of, where you feel like you have it coming to you? Oh, what is that word? You know what I mean. I think when you feel like that you have it due you and you spew all this anger and malicious intent towards me for not crediting you, Well, boy, you're getting the credit now, and guess what? You really think you're going to get a bunch of subscribers now? Is that what your intention was? To let people know you're out there? Really? I wouldn't want to watch somebody who's going to go all over the place and getting mad at them because they made a video on something that you thought of or thought you thought of first. I'm sure somebody else out there used it too before you, but they may not have a video, or they just may not be somebody who cares about notoriety. Who knows? But if you were nice about it, you know, things would have been a lot different. I'm not a mean person. I don't do that kind of thing. So I didn't maliciously not give credit to the right person. That's all there is to it. So let's see, what else do I have for notes? Let's see. All right, so the project I'm working on in the living room is my Siberia tiger. So it's the one with one of the ones with the rhinestones, and it's going pretty fast. And that's why I did it. It may be a larger sized canvas, but it didn't have very many drills. So that's why I chose to do it in the living room. And yeah, the sale that's going on AliExpress, you know, the first, you know, it was like a few days before the sale started, you were able to add things to your cart that were going to be on sale, or even things that weren't going to be on sale. And every time you added something to your cart, you got 5 coins. And the coins, I don't know how that works on the website on a computer, but on your phone, there's a lot more you can do with the coins. You can earn coins a lot of ways on the mobile app. And for the first 10 things that you put into your cart, you would get 5 coins each time. So that's 50 coins every day that they did it. So I was just adding things to my cart so I could get the coins. Not necessarily keeping them in my cart, but they were there. And so when the sale started, you know, I didn't buy everything because the prices really weren't that big of a difference than the original price, and I wasn't willing to pay that amount for it. But there was a lot of stuff that did have a good price. And of course, I wanted to use my coupons, so certain coupons you have to spend $15 in that particular store in order to use the $2 off coupon. But then that also stacks on top of the seller coupon. Yeah, coupons is where it gets me. So I spent way too much, and then I placed a couple more orders since that big order I did. And I just a few minutes ago placed another order, but not all of it's diamond painting. The reason I did the one I did, it's just I placed a custom. It was $4 and some cents. I did an order for the smallest custom size that they had because I found some pictures on Pinterest of Squirtle, which is a Pokemon character. And Teslin's always talking about how Squirtle's her favorite Pokemon character. And if you don't know, he's a little blue turtle. He's cute. So I decided I'd get the smallest size custom that they had for that painting because she wants to do it. The smallest they have is a 30 by 30, and I know that's way too big for her. So, you know, I may end up letting her start it and do it when she wants, and maybe helping her, doing it with her. I mean, now that she has this special drill pin that she assumed was hers. I mean, I didn't even really get to get a good look at that pin that Susan, no, Shannon, sorry, Shannon, from Heavenly, I'm just messing things up. I think it's Heavenly Graphics. I can't look at the screen right now because I have my beaming program taking up the screen so I can see what I'm doing here. But I'll put a link down below. She makes t-shirts, and if you didn't watch the video, here's a link to it up here in the corner over there. There'll be a little eye, and that will link to my video of the gift she sent us. She gave Teslin and I both a t-shirt that said, "I love diamond painting," and she gave me a cup, a mug, that says, "I love diamond painting," and she also gave me a diamond painting pin, has a diamond on top, and it's got that glitter in the water side of thing in the pin itself. And when Teslin saw that, she just snagged it and says, "That's for me." And she took the boxes that they came in, because they're nice decorative boxes, and she went and hid them in my bedroom so that Braden can't get them. I'm like, Braden doesn't live here. That's her nephew. I'm like, Braden's not going to get them. He doesn't even live here. And he only comes like once a week. But she's got them safe and sound on my nightstand, so little Braden can't touch them. You know, there's some special things that she has that she doesn't want Braden to touch. And when he comes over, I'm like, okay, your special things that you want to make sure don't get broken, put them in Mommy's room, and he won't get them. But everything else is fair share. You've got to share your toys. And she has so many toys that she doesn't even know half of what she has. And when Braden comes over and finds one of those and wants to play with it, of course, all of a sudden she wants to play with it. That's how it always is. And then when he leaves, she's not like she's playing with it. It's completely forgotten. It's like, what toy? It's not even in her mind anymore. It was only because he's playing with it does she want it. Oh, there's a lot. I had a lot more to talk about. I just hate that the majority of it, the time that I'm talking, was spent on something I didn't plan on talking about whatsoever. It's just like that shooter or something who did it for the notoriety. It's like they didn't mention his name at all, so he couldn't get any of the notoriety. That's what I'm trying to, it's like you don't. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't. So, the next thing I have to talk about is those lovely pins I've shown you. Most of them have been sold. I do have the blue feather drill pin left. I have the dolphin. I now have a kitty cat pin. Right here. Oh, actually Teslin took it, so I can get another one. But that's what this one looks like if anyone's interested. But I think the only ones that I can get now are orange. So the head actually came off when I got this, and I was able to put it back on. It just slips on and off, and I can't get it off now. So she wanted it off. I'm like, it won't come off now. But This is just an ink pen because I haven't modified it yet. But that's what they look like for the kitties. And I had to go out and get a new doggy pen because the person that bought the one I have, I had it all packaged up and I'm like, oh, I better check it to make sure it's not damaged. And sure enough, its butt's cracked. It's got a crack in it, so you can see. You put a little pressure on it. You can see that crack right there. So I did not want to give her this one. So, well, actually, the drill pin itself is fine. I just swapped the butts out because this is the pin. This is the one I just bought. And I swapped the butts out. So she gets the good butt. Yeah, so I'm not going to make this into a drill pin because I can't use it. And I'm not going to give it to anybody because it's got the cracked butt. I do still have this lollipop drill pin left. Drill pin. Oop. Ooh. There you go. And I think, oh yeah, here's the dolphin or whale. No, it looks like a dolphin. It's got the dolphin snout on it. This is a, there's the drill pin. There we go, right there. And then the blue feather. Right here. There's the drill pin. Blue feather drill pin. Now, the stylus drill pin that I have has been sold. But I was able to pick up a couple more. I have a purple. These haven't been made yet, but I can make it. I have a purple one and I got another blue one. So these will be modified shortly. So if anyone is interested, please contact me on my Facebook page. I have everything listed on there, all the information for it, and I will update it. But I was extremely surprised at how many people were interested. I've mailed off 6. I have 1 to mail off tomorrow, and I have, I believe, yeah, I have 2 more that are going to be mailed out Friday. So that's a total of 9. I didn't even realize I had that many, but I do. And the little bit that I get from that, because, you know, that does include shipping. The price of it includes shipping. So there's just very little margin. But I've actually used it to get more items for mailing the products off, packaging them, because I want to make sure that they get to you in one piece. So I might have a little bit left over for a diamond painting. But I cannot believe how much postage has gone up over the years, because it's been a long time since I've mailed off packages. I used to, well, I do have an Etsy shop, but I used to sell these beanie hats on Etsy when I was pregnant with Teslin, and they were only $5, and I sold enough to be able to get her bedding set for her crib. The comforter, the pillows that came with it, the crib, the bumper pad, and came with a couple of things that you put on the wall, and the dust ruffle. So it was pretty nice. It was nice being able to do that and save up for something. PayPal, and this was, you know, I had made the PayPal specifically for when I made that shop a long time ago, well, 5 years ago. And so the only thing it was ever used for was that, and nobody else, like my husband didn't use it for paying for anything at the time. But now it's like so many things are linked to PayPal that he was using, you know, PayPal to, you know, pay for like the subscription to the WWE network and some other things that were monthly charges. So I'm like, okay, you need to make your own PayPal account because I need to be able to take what comes in and put into the PayPal from whatever my channel earns and put it right back into it. And if he's doing that, it's going to be way too hard to keep track. So I don't know if he ever got it set up, but I did I took away the permission for those companies to charge the PayPal. So I don't have to worry about it automatically coming out. And that way I can keep putting back into the channel. I'm trying to get Tesla into the videos when I can. I just can't do it all the time because it's really hard, especially on the drill with me's like this. It's really hard to have her because she knows what to do to make it really hard. I mean, she'll sit there humming or she'll be banging on something, making noise, knowing that I'm making a video and knowing that it will distract me. And when I pause my recording, she knows she's in trouble because I'll ask nicely the first time. If you don't listen to me, then that's when you get into trouble. But she's good about it most of the time. She'll take whatever she's watching out into the family room, which is right outside my door, which is far enough away so that it can't be heard so as loud as it would if she was in here. And it's not just the distracting noise of it. It's also depending on what she's watching and, you know, copyright stuffs. Like if she was watching a particular TV show she watches it on YouTube Kids. They have episodes of certain shows, and if she's watching that, I'd be worried that I would be infringing on something, so I can't have that just in case that is an issue. But she's pretty good about it most of the time. Depends on, I mean, she gets in her mood. She doesn't take naps anymore, which is good considering she's going to be going to school all day. But once in a while, if she's tired enough, she'll zonk out. But she doesn't take a nap on a daily basis like she used to. Just 9 months ago even, she was taking naps. Nap time was nice, but that's all over. She's growing up way too fast. It reminds me, I've got to make my chalkboard sign for her to hold for her first day of school. I did that the last 2 years. Or, I don't know if I did it the first day of preschool, the first year, but I know I did it the last day of preschool before the summer session started. And then we did it the last day of, or the first day of school this last year when she went to her second year of preschool. And I also have one of those t-shirts I bought her that says class, I think it's 2031. I can't remember. Because see, let's see. She'll graduate kindergarten in 2019. So 12 plus 19. Yep, 31. 2031. Gosh, that's crazy to think that year is even in my lifetime. I never thought I'd see 2020, just because it's just unfathomable to think, you know, you're born in 1972 and here we're looking at 2020 almost, and then you got a kid that's going to graduate high school in 2031 when my oldest graduated in 2011. 2031, 2011. Oh, 20 years. Yep. They're 20 years apart. It's really crazy. So as soon as I'm done with the symbol, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Oh man, I was trying to catch it before it made a new clip, but it did it already. I'm at 45 minutes on this clip, even though I had the first clip that I had to stop. And I was going to redo the clip, but it was only at 25 minutes, and I figured, oh, I've got another 13 minutes before then, and then I totally forgot about it. So I'm sure there's a spot back there that cut me off in the mid-sentence. Sorry about that. I'm just learning about how to make sure that you stop and start a new clip. I know Danielle and Brandy from Abstract Crafter and Danielle from Stitcherista, they do it, but I never thought that I needed to. I thought my videos were actually picking up everything, but a couple of the videos I was editing, I noticed that it did cut me off in mid-sentence, and it was kind of hard to figure out what it was I was saying. So next time, I'll catch it next time. I'm trying to finish up this symbol before I stop. I'm not going to be able to do this area here with the clover, this main area. That's this color right here. Over here. As you can see right here how it's not filled in. That's because this is the color that's being replaced. It's one of the main colors I have, which is my mom's dress. And it does extend over here a ways too. Because the drills are too big, I started pulling out the big drills on here, trying to fix it a bit. And it's tedious work, but I don't want to have to do all of them at once when it first comes in. It's hard to figure it out too. I mean, you have to go down the line and find the one that's overlapping the square below it. And it's just hard to figure out where to start. And, you know, here I'm still pushing drills in, but it's not going to do any good when I've got to remove a bunch of them. But I put in another order with Hoocan a couple weeks ago, so that, because in case I come across another color that is too big, I've not used up my mailing it to me once for free thing. I asked them, I said, hey, if I place another order, can you just send them with that order? And they said, yeah. And luckily, I caught them before they mailed it off, because there's another color that I actually had to steal some gems from another painting that I'm actually not done with. So I did that, but then when I found another symbol just like it after I had done that area, I realized, okay, I'm going to need more. But I haven't seen any since then, so right now they're going to send me a package of it for one gem, for one missing spot. But who knows? I don't know if the other half has any in it. But I'll fill in the stuff here that I can. I don't really want to mess with any of the in-between stuff, but I probably will, just to have it done and ready and waiting for the, because there's just little speckles in here of other colors. That way I can just do that one color when it comes. Who knows if I'll be finished with this by the time it gets here. As far as I know, the package is not, I don't think it's in the United States yet, so. Because you know, once it gets to the United States, it's just a matter of a few days and you'll have it. I have a few paintings that are in the United States right now. But they're not going to be here. There is some I should have gotten because it says that it was in the neighboring town yesterday. I figured I'd get it today, but it'll probably be tomorrow. So maybe I'll have another video of a review to put up at some point tomorrow or the next day. I'm really tired, guys, so I think I'm going to cut it off here. I'm pretty sure I got all of this symbol, but you know how it goes. No matter how hard you look, there's going to be one that you missed. So, and my eyes just don't want to focus right now because it is 3:23 in the morning. So, all right, guys. Sorry I had such a drag of a subject to have to bore you with, and I'm really sorry I didn't get to my tag, but maybe I'll do another drill with me within the next couple of days, and I'll get the tag done. I will get it done. Don't you worry. So until next time, have fun diamond painting, and don't let the haters hate on you. I'm going to take my own advice, and I'm not going to let the haters hate. Because even though haters got to hate, they're not going to hate on me because I'm going to just block them. See you later. Bye.